Hello. Hi, everybody. Uh-oh. Telling me there was an error. Hang on. Let's try this again. Oh, it says we're live on YouTube. But then it told me there was an error, so I'm not quite sure. I'm going to check. I hope that you guys are getting on. And while you're getting on, I'm going to check and make sure that we're where we need to be. So it says it's going. Okay. Grab an oil. Start smelling away. If you are on my actual Zoom, I will see your picture. Let me just check and see if anybody's on yet. Not yet. I hope you guys are having a great Wednesday. It is the end of January 2021. That is insane. I cannot believe it. I'm going to breathe some Valor this morning. Smells so good. So good. I would love for you guys this morning to, while you're smelling your oils, think about the ways Young Living has changed your life. How has Young Living changed your life? I have lots of ways, lots and lots of ways. Young Living has changed my life. Oh, it smells so good. So when we're smelling our oils, the world just kind of fades away. And I'm not being funny about that. It is legit. So I smell my oils and inhale deeply. So it goes up my nose, through the olfactory system to the limbic system of my brain. I just let it sit there, do its thing, release the weight of the world. And I always like to do this before I, oh, they're asking for a passcode. Let me get that to them. I always like to smell my oils before I start working, before I need to focus, before I need to just really do anything that's going to require clarity of thought. It's going to require my emotional energy. So 10 ways Young Living has changed your life. While you're doing that, while we're waiting for people to join, you can invite a friend to join us. I see, Lori. This is a new setup that we're doing today. So if you're joining Zoom, you're also going to be on YouTube. So you can wave to everyone. Yeah. Let's see if I see you on there yet. I see you on Zoom, but the Zoom is also live on YouTube because people like it recorded here because then they can go back and watch it. I knew it would take us a little bit of time to get this figured out this morning. So we've got a little extra time with our first task. Tell me what oil you're breathing this morning, why you chose that. Usually it's just whatever's in front of me. I was breathing some Valor. Oh, now I've got some Inner Child in front of me. I'll breathe some Inner Child. That has a really unique smell. I don't know if you've used Inner Child very much. I think I'm smelling geranium. We'll see if my nose is very good. Smelling geranium. Cistus, tangerine, ylang-ylang, sandalwood, no geranium. Oh, it's the jasmine. I'm smelling the jasmine in it. It's the sweet, sweet smell. Yeah. What are you smelling this morning, Tina? Motivation. Huh. Do I have that back here? I might need some of that too. Oh, I don't see motivation back there. My motivation has up and gone. Not really. Yeah, layer it up. I like to see how Lori's like rubbing it on her neck. I mean, it's so powerful to smell it, but if you get it on you, that is so powerful too. Getting it on your skin, you get it on your skin, it absorbs through your skin into your bloodstream. And just, I mean, sometimes I'm just amazed at how fast it works, how fast it starts to just release the negative energy, how fast I start to feel just like kind of the cares of the world go away. It's pretty amazing. So you guys, we're writing down ways Young Living has changed our life just to get us in the right mindset for the next bit that we're going to spend together here. So I know some of us got on late with this new setup, but I'm so glad you're here. So if you want to share with any of us on those things, you're more than welcome to. I would love to hear ways that you feel like Young Living has changed your life. You can type them out in the chat. You can unmute. You can put it on the comments on YouTube. We are on YouTube also. So okay. First and foremost, I would say the way Young Living has changed my life, obviously, is financially. It has helped us so much be able to do things that we would have not been able to do, or we would have had a lot of debt to do, things like kids' college and stuff like that. But I just, every single day, I pick up a Young Living product, multiple, many products. And I just think about what life would be if I didn't have those products. I mean, simple things from, the toothpaste to the body wash to whatever. I mean, I just go back to using the regular stuff, I guess, but I just know now what is in all that stuff and why I wouldn't want that on my body. And I think I'd have a really hard time going back to what we used to use from just mainstream. So I'm just so thankful for that. I'm thankful for oils. I'm thankful my daughter has a concussion. I'm thankful for MindWise. She's taking lots and lots of that. I'm just thankful for being able to take care of my family naturally and just being able to help them and support their bodies. There's just so many things, so many reasons that I'm thankful for Young Living. Friends, seeing you guys, getting to spend time with you every week. I would say the majority of the people in my life right now, I didn't know 10 years ago, because they came to me through Young Living. So it's just awesome. I love it. So there's some chat here. Oh, Lori said it's repeating the audio. Lori, it might, are you having issues with audio, Tina? Lori, if you're watching on your phone and have your computer open, you may be hearing YouTube and the Zoom at the same time. So that
She
could,
logged out, so she won't be able to hear you.
ah, you're right. She did. She'll come back. She'll come back. Maybe if she doesn't fix it, then maybe watch the chat for me, Tina. She's coming back. I see you're connecting to audio now. Okay, we're going to move on to our next task, guys. And this is just such a simple, simple thing that is so effective with social media. So with the algorithms, you guys, it's so crazy. I will think someone has just dropped off the face of the earth and totally disconnected from Facebook, and then I will see them, something will pop up, a post will pop up, and I'll see they've been posting every day for the last year and I haven't seen it. I'm like, why haven't I seen it? It's because algorithms are so crazy. And so before we do anything on social media, if we want people to see it, we have to warm up our feed. So the way to warm up our feed is to let the social media gurus and world know that you are here, you're alive. And we do that by liking, commenting, and engaging on posts. And I usually will take, if I really want to make an impact with one of my posts, I'll take 10, 15 minutes and just get it really warmed up, and then I'll make my post. So what we're going to do that for just a few minutes, like 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes now. We are going to hop on our Facebook and or Instagram or whatever your platform of choice is and get that going. And Lori, are you still having issues with audio? You're muted, hun. Okay, I'm going to mute because I'm going to work along with you guys, okay? Okay. Got quite a few in. That was awesome. I mean, I always feel good when I engage with people in a positive, uplifting way. Always. So I hope you enjoyed that too. I hope it gets you some um, good feedback, good feelings. All right, let's roll on to our next task. You knew I was going to do this because we just warmed up our feed. So now it's time for an engagement question or an engagement post. It's a quick task, 5 minutes or less, because you're not going to overthink this. You're just going to put a question out there. Do you this? Do you that? What is your favorite this? What is your favorite that? Where would you go on your dream vacation? What would you do if you had $1,000,000? Whatever it is, you're just wanting people to get engaged so that your Facebook algorithms stay hot. Okay, so when you do post something about Young Living or whatever, then people are going to see it. So let's do that for the next few minutes. And the key is to um, not leave anybody unread. So like if you post and then somebody puts, and it's not unread on Facebook, but if you post and somebody comments, you have to engage with every single person who comments. Okay, in some way. That's what keeps that algorithm going. I'm going to mute and do that myself. And guys, always include a picture or a graphic or something. But if it's a picture of you, it's even better because you want your brand, which is you, to be out there and known. Okay, does anybody want to share what they posted? I'll see you on Facebook because I'll find you, but you can unmute and let us know what you posted.
I actually asked what their plans are for Valentine's. I thought of asking about the Super Bowl, but I was like, I'll go with Valentine's since it's a little further away.
And more interesting probably to you. No, that's good. Valentine's is good. Sherry, do you make a post? You're muted, Sherry. Let's see if I can unmute you. There you go.
Okay. I did post one. And then when you said put a picture, I thought, oh, I didn't put a picture. So I deleted it and I was trying to find a picture. So since my birthday's coming up too, Lori, I decided I want to ask how other people celebrate their birthdays,
Oh,
what
that's
their
really good.
what their dream birthday celebration is. Because with COVID, there's not a whole lot we can do. So
Well, you know, my dream birthday, well, my birthday's tomorrow, and my dream birthday present starts tomorrow because I'm packing my bags and going away from by myself.
well, and I never saw where it was you were going to go.
I haven't told you yet. You'll have to stay tuned.
Oh, okay.
The suspense, you know, you gotta get
Yeah.
right. Now I'm so excited. So, all right, friends, let's move on to our next task. So this one's a little more challenging because we've done some easy stuff so far, but I'm giving you 20 minutes on this because this is something that's going to take a little bit of time, but we are at the end of a month. So here's what happens is if we don't plan the next month in advance, the next month happens and we've done nothing productive. So we need to get it planned, and the only way we can do that is by asking. So we need to, I always tell you guys, you know, fortune's in the follow-up. So we've got to follow up. So if there are people, our goal is to get some meetings on the books for February. Despite COVID, yes, I mean, people are starting to get out a little bit more. They're starting to feel a little more comfortable meeting with people one-on-one, but you still have the option of Zoom. You still have the option of, you know, social distancing and all of that and being safe. But we've got to get the calendar filled. So my goal, my personal goal would be four interactions, 4 meetings, 4 face-to-face, 4 Zooms, whatever. It doesn't seem like a lot, but that's 1 a week. So, you know, if you go for that and you're 50% successful, then you've got 2 new members at the end of the month. So I've got you some wording there. It's very to the point, but that's kind of the way I like to operate. So if you guys want to take some time and look at some dates on your calendar, what are some dates that you have available? I find it's better if you give them some options instead of just saying whenever you'd like to meet is great. I'll wait to hear back from you. No, you've got to be very specific with your questions. Okay. So we're all in this together. We're all doing it together. So keep that in mind. Strength in numbers. You guys can do this. If you have any questions, let me know. Be brave. Have courage. So a good way to follow up with people, like I'm just in my text messages and at the top of the text, I'm just typing in oils and in the search button. And so all the past conversations that mention oils are coming up and it just helps trigger my memory. Okay, we have just a few minutes left on that. I was wondering if anyone has anything they want to share. There was any positive feedback or success in that task yet. If you did it, that's considered a success, whether you have a meeting scheduled or not. Did you do the task? Should I ask?
Okay, true confession here. I wrote down the messages, and because I struggled so getting on this morning, I decided I would search through my Facebook posts and think of somebody that I want to send the messages to. One lady I've tried to contact several times, and I'm really getting kind of concerned. I'm going to have to call her, I think, because it's like she's dropped off of Facebook, and she is not answering my text messages. So I've got to get in touch with her because she's actually a friend from New Mexico that
Yeah,
has moved to the area. So anyway, I just need to get in touch with her.
yeah, for sure. I mean, when you're not hearing from somebody or, all of a sudden they just go dark on social media, they definitely need to reach out. So,
Yeah.
a lot of people are doing that right now, though. Just easier not to see everything that's going on, all the nastiness on all fronts.
Yeah.
Anybody else? I feel like I'm at a Bible study. Anybody else? More input? Anybody? Okay, well, let's move along. You can keep working on this, of course, but you guys, the difference between, Young Living just being a hobby and Young Living actually being an income producing source in your family, being more like a career, I hate to say the word job, is you doing the hard stuff, because it's not going to happen if you don't do the hard stuff. So, I mean, people, unless you're just an amazing magnet, people aren't just going to come to you and say, hey, I want those oils you're talking about. And they may occasionally, but that's not going to be enough for you to get where you may want to be with this business. And everybody has different goals and where they want to be. And you may just enjoy the camaraderie and the friendship and the relationship this brings, and being in the quote unquote business part of Young Living. And that's totally fine too. But you've got to get comfortable with promoting yourself. You've got to get comfortable with promoting your product. But more importantly, just you being the brand and you staying out there and being consistent on social media or whatever way works best for you. Consistency is the key, because people are buying you more than they're buying the product in the beginning. And then once they, of course, learn about the product and learn how great all the things are that Young Living offers, then it could be a little different. But the initial draw to something is you and how you are presenting it and how you're presenting yourself. So just don't stop, and don't let what other people think or potentially think stop you. Because when you do, then that's when you lose all momentum and you lose any chance of success, because fear is really just, what are other people going to think of me? And we really shouldn't put that much value on other people's thoughts in our life.
Lori, I kind of had I don't know, epiphany this morning. I don't know what. Because of Power Hour, I've connected with all of my neighbors, and I actually told them in a text message about the sale. And I found out, because of Power Hour with Christina about 3 weeks ago, she was encouraging me to contact one of my neighbors that just lost her job. So I did. And I found out she had been in Young Living a year longer than I have. And I didn't know that. And then I found out that the neighbor across the street from me also is a user. She has her kit, but it's not even unpacked. And so anyway, this morning I was messaging back and forth with the neighbor that hadn't unpacked hers. And it was so easy for me to talk about everything about Young Living. And it made me remember that when I wasn't married, I couldn't talk to men. My tongue was just tied. But once I got married, it was like, okay, I'm not out there hunting, so I can talk to men. And I thought that is
as your husband sits behind you.
Yes, exactly. So
That's so
anyway,
true because you know what that does? It takes the pressure of the answer off of you. So when you take the pressure of the yes or no out of the equation and you just share with people regardless of what they are going to say, like if you don't worry that somebody's going to say yes or no to your text or to your request for time with them, then it takes all the pressure off. It's like once you're married, you don't have to worry about a guy saying yes or no to you. You're good. So you're free to talk, like I love that. That's really telling. I think that's really good, Sherry. So yeah, just try to approach all the people like that. You have such knowledge to share. The products work. So anyway, okay, so let's move to the last part. This is the end of the month task. And this is if, and I always say that if you don't have a team yet, or you don't have a lot of ER orders that aren't processed, maybe it's because you don't have people on Essential Rewards yet and you need to get them on there. So maybe spend this time sending people on your team information that's going to help educate them, like some videos from our YouTube channel, this channel, or something that's a product that you love, information that you've learned that you want to share. But if you've got people on Essential Rewards, odds are some of them have not processed. So we are at the 27th. We still have, what is that, about 4 or 5 days left in the month. So don't be sure and don't just run one bulk report and send out a message, because it's going to go to all the people whose orders still are on the books to process for the rest of the month. And then they're going to be confused, like, what do you mean my order's not processed? So I would make it personal. I always like to say, I see that your ER order didn't process, and it might be intentional, because sometimes they may be skipping. But if it's not the case, if it's not intentional, I didn't want you to miss out on your monthly goodies. I can help you get it processed. How can I help? Can I help? Do you need help? Always end in a question. Hey, Angela, this is Lori Gasca. I hope you're doing well. Just wanted to let you know your Essential Rewards order didn't process. It might be intentional, but if it's not, I'm happy to help get it processed. Sometimes it's an expired card or a glitch in the system. I always kind of give them an excuse too that they can use just in case it was like an overdraft of funds or something. You don't want anyone to ever be embarrassed by that. So I always give them that as an out. And that second one is if like I don't know the person very well, then I need to tell them who I am. But just simple language like this, guys, really makes a big difference. And again, this is not the glamorous, this is not the fun stuff, this is not the, oh boy, we signed somebody up, but this is the necessity and the things that are going to separate you from just having a hobby business to being really successful with Young Living. So, or anything that you do, follow up is key. So got to do the hard stuff. So we're going to be on here for a few more minutes doing this. And if you guys have any comments or questions, please let me know.
Lori? I'm looking at my downline. I'm looking at my downline in the, virtual office. So where I mean, anyway, it's showing one of my members that I know she's going to drop out because she's allergic to everything that we have. And it still has, she was on ER and it still has a check mark showing that her order has processed for the last 10 months. I don't understand why that's doing that.
And it hasn't.
It hasn't. She's got 0 in there. Should I call about that?
Yeah, that's odd. Does it say on the far right, the MWO column, months without order? Does it show how many months?
Yeah, it shows 10.
Oh, strange little glitch then.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it doesn't seem like it would impact your OGV or anything, but
No.
it shouldn't be there. I mean, that might be a glitch they need to know about because it could be throwing off other people's reports. So, I mean, if you want to report it, that'd be fantastic.
Okay. And then tell me this, there's a box with a purple check in it, and then there's a little shield next to it with that's green that has a check in it. What does that stand for, that little green?
Does somebody know off the top of their head? It might be PV assistant.
It is PV assistant.
Yeah.
Okay. I see that now. Okay.
There is I don't know if we transferred it over from Green Diamond Jet to the new page, but I did do a post one time on what all the little icons mean in the virtual office. So it might still be in there on the new page. We might have transferred it over. So if you do go to the tab section and just look at virtual office, that's probably where it would be tabbed.
Okay.
You can see that. But
okay.
Yeah, I wondered too sometimes what those things mean. And obviously I don't commit it to memory, but I looked it up at one time.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So I would encourage you guys to go back and check your post on Facebook, that your engagement post, and make sure that you have engaged with everyone who's commented. If you can see who else is on Power Hour with us, it'd be really helpful to find them and also go comment on their post. If you're not friends with them, then be friends with them, become friends with them. Christy's got to go. No problem, Christy. Have a good one. Hope you have a great day. Guys, we are at the end of our time. We're at the end of our hour, and it's always so good to be with you guys. It's always so life-giving to me. It's so encouraging to work alongside you, and it just helps me refocus and recenter each week and get my mind back on track. I am leaving tomorrow for 3 days all by myself. I cannot wait. So you guys are going to have to stay tuned to let me tell you where that is. I'm not going to give it away yet. But it's going to be a lot of fun, I think. And I'm going to spend a lot of time writing and journaling and praying and just being in nature and, expecting God to show up, because I know he will. I hope that you guys have a great weekend and power hour on Friday mornings with Andrea. So hop over there. And don't forget, we still have the giveaway going on for like that huge bundle of product here from the Grove. If you watch the 10 videos on our channel, everybody gets a little gift for doing that. And then your name goes in the drawing for the big giveaway. So make sure your teams know that because there's a lot of education on there. And you never know if it's going to pique their interest or not. Get them going. So let me see. Got one more chat. See who that is. You just added me as a friend, Tina. Oh, Lori. I was like, we're friends, aren't we? The other Lori. Okay, the other Lori. All right. You guys have a fantastic, fantastic weekend. Rest of
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday. Have a good one, guys.